You may not know that about 100,000 people in the U.S. have an inherited disorder that we call ataxia, which means that they've lost the coordination in their arms or legs, or sometimes in other parts of their body. Now, one of the most common forms of ataxia is called Friedreich's ataxia, or FA. It leaves a child's mind untouched, but it makes a really savage attack on their bodies. It can damage their heart and cause their spines to curve, but it also takes away their strength and balance, and their ability to walk and even talk. And eventually, if a cure isn't found, it may take their lives. Come with us to North Branford, Connecticut, and meet the two Bodie sisters, Samantha and Alexandria.
Some of the research and stuff said I wasn't even gonna live past 17. I didn't really know what to feel because you're 8, and when you're 8 you think when I'm 17 I'll probably all the fun will be out of life and it'll be no big deal and whatever. But as I got older and as I became 14, 15, I started to get worried. It was like, whoa, I'm having a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be done in 2 years.
Sam was born in '86. Alex was born in '90. And for the sake of a better word, it was perfect. Our life was perfect. We were really enjoying ourselves. And then one day, Sam came home from karate class and said that they were doing an exercise. She had to close her eyes. She fell over. And then I started to notice, gee, she's walking through the door. She's hitting the sides of the door jamb, and a few little things like that started to happen. So I was really alarmed, and a lot of people were telling me I was crazy, and what was I talking about? Nobody saw anything. So I actually brought her to a neurologist, and they gave me the diagnosis. The neurologist wrote on a piece of paper, Friedreich's ataxia, progressive neurologic disorder. And she said to me, what does this mean to you? And I said, well, nothing really means anything to me except for the word progressive. She said, take your family vacations now. And she said, and you consider yourself lucky that MDA will pay for your wheelchairs. And I said, you gotta be kidding me. So in this little teeny amount of time, absolutely everything changed.
How was work? It's good. How was work for you?
Got it? I gotcha.
I learned that there was no treatment in that cardiomyopathy. An enlargement of the heart is usually the final blow to these kids. The heart gets so big that it just can't work anymore. It was basically pretty doom and gloom.
I almost called you during the day because...
In Friedreich ataxia, people have abnormalities in a particular gene. They don't make any of the protein which is coded by that gene. They don't make enough energy, thus they're always fatigued, and over time some of the cells of their body die because they don't make enough energy.
From 5 years old, I was a big horseback rider. I loved sports. I was the biggest sports fan you could ever imagine. I love being outside, running around, and I can't do that anymore, and it kills me.
Remember, out is easier than in.
Imagine the biggest blow, just somebody sucking the wind right out of you. I think I went through a mourning process, a loss of what you envisioned for your children.
Now let's keep count.
You're supposed to keep count.
That's your one
I'm
job.
concentrating on watching your
one
mechanics.
Job.
The individuals with Friedreich ataxia do not change in their thinking abilities. They are cognitively normal people.
That was 8.
6. It not only hurts physically, but it hurts emotionally and mentally. So, I don't know what I did in a past life, or I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I want a refund.
Alex was about 4 when Sam was diagnosed, and they explained it to Alex. I remember saying to myself, I'm not going to worry about that because God would never do that to anybody. Both kids, 2 out of 2?
My biggest dream was to be a dancer, but that's a little unrealistic. So I kind of ruled that out a while ago. But I just wanna my dream is just be happy and to accept the fact that I can't do everything and I still live my life pretty well.
My greatest hope is a treatment. I mean, that's why I work so very hard. And I don't mean I expect my girls to take a pill and jump out of their wheelchairs and, but I think a treatment would give them a chance, living. Too many young kids are dying with this, way too many. And that's the risk every day.
I would define my life in 3 major parts: before diagnosis, after diagnosis, and after Benj's death. Benj decided himself that he wanted to have the spinal fusion surgery. He was 20. With the heart problems that come with Friedreich's ataxia, you have to be very, very careful when doing any sort of medical procedure. Benj came through the surgery wonderfully. He was doing really well for 3 days, but he had been given too many fluids, and his heart wasn't able to handle those fluids, and he went into atrial fibrillation, multi-organ shutdown, and then he died, and I honestly can't understand why the world can even go on without him. All time should stop. My son is dead. That's it.